You hear the birds? Ooh, ooh, shock the wheels. There's my mockingbird. Isn't that great? To be entertained by the birdies. Thank goodness we don't use DDT anymore. So we get slaughtered by the mosquitoes and they get to eat the mosquitoes. Too bad they don't eat enough mosquitoes. Drag her up. And such a beautiful voice at that. Not just that he's got all the songs, but they're beautiful songs. I hear you, Mockingbird, I hear you. What kind of food do you want? You want a burger or fries? Do you want a large soda with that? What are we doing here? My contractor was supposed to show up this morning at 8, noon, 2. It's now 3 o'clock, but good that he's not here because I got work to do. Nothing is easy when you're renovating, especially when you're dealing with an old building. This is an old building, 1888. My duct doesn't fit because the plastic adapter they give you is a 7-inch. And they give you an adapter to go from 7-inch to 4-inch, and I'm using 6-inch. That doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. Nothing fits. Why can't they give you a friggin' 7-inch adapter to a 6-inch? So I have to go to the big box store and get an adapter so I can hook up my pipe, which is over there, to there. Bathroom's all wired up. Now I'm wiring up the kitchen, and I'm going to ask Mrs. CW for her input. So I've got my device box installed. Piece of sheetrock. It's at 5/8 of an inch. Got the proper spacing from the wall with that. I got a power wire. I got it labeled twice, so if I cut it to strip the wires back, kitchen lamps. Then I'm going to run a 3-conductor wire because I'm going to put a light switch there. So if you come in for the kitchen, you come in from the outside to the kitchen, you can turn the light on here, and you can turn it off over there with a 3-way switch. But I'm also going to put in, I might just put in pot lamps. Lots of good pot lamps. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pot lamps, 50 watts each. That means 400 watts. Did that with Fruit Loops last time. Poor Fruit Loops. Spoke with the coroner. Want to know what Fruit Loops died from? He drank either rubbing alcohol or lighter fluid. He killed himself. It's rough. Yeah, things weren't going too good, so he took an extreme move. We miss you, Fruit Loops, but that is the conclusive reason for his death. Then he fell down, ended up in water, froze. He fell asleep or blinded him or whatever, but it's bad. Drank some alcohol, 2 different kinds of alcohol. Yeah, I saw the coroner driving a Suburban. Got our sheetrock. We got our misery of missing Fruit Loops. 23 minutes of video left. So I have to ask Mrs. CW if she wants to put all those pot lights that we did in the apartment upstairs next door all the way around. They're $10 each. Or one crappy fixture in the middle, like your typical cheap apartment or low budget house. And I don't have to put any separate lamps here. The kitchen will be bright. Nothing beats a bright kitchen. Here's my wiring diagrams. I can't do any 3-ways without having my cheat sheet. There's 3 ways to do 3-way wiring. Power at the switch, and then you jump to the lamp, then you drop to the next switch, which is what we're doing here. Power to the switch, then to the lamp, lamp, and then to the switch over there. The other way to do it is power to the lamp, then drop to a switch, drop to a switch. Whoops, wrong one. 3 switches. Yeah, power, here we go, sorry. Power to the lamp, drop to the switch, drop to the switch. Power to the switch, jump to the lamp, then to the switch. So the lamp's in the middle of the run, power's at the end. And the third way is power to the switch, power to the next switch, and then to the lamp at the end of the run. So power to the switch, power to the switch. And the reason they do that is sometimes you've got your lamp is right near the source of the power, or sometimes your switch is. Is it better to have power in the lamp or the switch? Better to have power at the switch, because if you have power at the lamp, you're up on a ladder, and if you're touching live wires, even though you're turning them off here, you're only breaking the neutral sometimes. Power to the lamp, yep. That way you got power over your head, which is not a good place to have power. Better to put the power at the switch and be able to turn it off. Always better to turn off the breaker, which I don't always do. So that's what we're going to do. Power to the switch, jump to the lamp, and then drop to the next switch. Instead of switch, then back to the lamp, because if I did it this way, then I'd go switch, next switch, then back to the lamp. But since it runs power, switch, lamp, switch, getting confused, works well for me. There's my cheat sheet. Simple circuitry. Photocopied it, put it in a sleeve, and I have to go find Mrs. CW. She's weeding next door, and I guess my guys are going to be here tomorrow, Friday, and putting up sheetrock. I've got some wall sconces here, and the switch for that is right here. So I have a lamp in the middle of the room, and then I have a wall lamps, and I'm also going to put a lamp over here so I can light up just this area. If somebody wants to have a desk, they can have a lamp just for the desk working area in this little bay window. And this is going to be a closet. I got to put power in there, and I have this issue. I have what used to be a circuit here canceled, but I also have the light for the entryway. And I've got to take all this away because this is going to be a closet with a wall here. And this is going to be a closet for this apartment. No more entry to the street or exit to the street. Don't need it. So I got to get rid of this concoction. Yep. There's a couple hours of work there at my slow pace. So that's the scoop. Too bad you're watching this video 2 days after I make it. My apologies.